everyone, Audrey Drake here with our guides guru, Sam Claiborne.
What is up, everybody?
And we are here to talk about the combat in The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, which we were lucky enough to actually play about 9 hours of. Isn't that right, Sam?
Yeah, we cut these little logs for 9 hours.
We did. No, we did other things, but the log cutting was good. Now, here, Link is entering the sparring hall, which is attached to the Knight Academy in Skyloft, which, if you haven't heard, yeah, Link's a knight in this one. He's training to be a knight.
He's training to be a knight, but he doesn't have a sword yet, as most Zelda games begin without a sword. So you get a practice sword to start out with. And this is what we're going to see in views of this video.
This trailer, it's a clip right from the beginning of the game with the first 30 minutes, I'd say. And it's Link just learning the basic sword moves, which actually it's pretty important because with the Motion Plus, sword play is very different now than it's ever been in a Zelda game. It's 1-to-1. If you try and waggle through this adventure, you will be dead. You'll be dead on the first Octorok.
That's right.
But
so let's see some of these attacks. So these are the basic slashes. You can slash from, your basic slashes are actually 1-to-1, right? It's exactly what you're doing in your hand. You can also do stabs and stuff like that. You can see right here, for this move, I mean, you just take the Wii Motion Plus remote and just swing it left to right.
And if you'll notice, like, his hand is moving. That's exactly how you're moving the Wii remote. Like, if you don't hold it exactly like that little line on the log,
you're not going to be able to cut through it. So you may also notice on the right side of the screen there's a lot of jumbled buttons, and even though you're not using any buttons in this scene, you wonder, like, why does it have to show me all this stuff? Well, there's a cool trick. You can pause the game and just turn all that stuff off. You can actually turn it down all the way. There's a couple of different levels, right? And one of them allows you to turn off all the HUD, the overhead buttons and stuff, and even the map, and you just have hearts and rupees.
Yeah, and that one's beautiful. It makes for a very clear screen. So anyone who's basically played a Zelda game before, that's probably the option you're going to want to choose.
Yep.
But if you need some help with the buttons, then you can have some of the HUD on if you have to.
So we just saw a couple of different swipes, and there's the jab attack. Now this is my favorite. This is the sword spin attack.
The spin attack.
Classic, right? It's in every game, but in this game you actually are going to act it out. But you're not going to run around your living room like a crazy man.
No, you don't have to spin around yelling, yeah. You actually just shake the Wii remote and nunchuck to the left. You sort of swing them to the side, and he executes the spin attack. Yeah,
and you mentioned in this one, so you move them both at the same time to the left, but you could also move them both at the same time to the right if you were using the lefty mode, which is available. Link can be left-handed.
Yeah, some people have been asking about this, but it is true. At the very beginning of the game, they ask if you're left or right-handed. So left-handed people, you will still be able to get your Zelda on this November, don't worry.
Yeah, and so that makes Link have everything in the right hand, but it means that you have to control Link with the nunchuck in your right hand, which is, I would assume,
neither of us have actually tried it, but it sounds pretty difficult. But at least the option's there.
So here's the final one. This is called the Fatal Blow.
The Fatal Blow, yes.
Now this only works once you've knocked an enemy to the ground.
And you have to be Z-targeted for
you
this
see
to
the
work.
little orange arrow. No Navi though, right? There's no fairy flying around.
There's no Navi, no.
But there's an orange arrow indicating this guy's down on the ground, and at this point you can swing both Wii Remote and nunchuck downwards, and he does this awesome downward stab, which is from my favorite Zelda game, Zelda 2.
Yeah, that's true.
That's not really my favorite Zelda game.
And from Smash Brothers.
Yeah, Smash Brothers, yeah.
But
and Twilight Princess, I believe, had a Fatal Blow type attack.
It did. It was one of the sword moves you could learn. But yeah, we just wanted to use this combat trailer as a springboard to talk about it because we've had our chance to play the game, and it's actually really, really important that you pay attention to this part in the game because there are tons of enemies that if you don't hit them at just the right spot, just the right angle, you can't hurt them at all.
Yeah.
And enemies take off about a heart for each attack.
Yeah, and you start with 6 hearts because of that, because they're so powerful. And man, like we died a lot when we were playing.
Yeah, I mean, this is definitely
probably the hardest combat-based Zelda.
It's a return to a more difficult Zelda, which is really exciting for Zelda fans. And yeah, like you said, when we first started playing, we saw that there were 6 hearts. We were like, what? That's lame, but you need them. You really do. Cool. So that's all we have for you. Stay tuned to IGN for all the latest on Skyward Sword, and we'll see you soon.
Thanks, guys.